Hello, 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 hello. Hey, everybody. It's Chevy the Superstar, and I am here live with you guys today. And today I will be discussing one of my favorite movies with a good friend of mine. Um, it's called Scott Pilgrim. I just want to let you know that every 10 minutes you watch my stream, you get 10 star power points. And the star power points you get, you can use for giveaways that I'll be doing soon, more than likely on Monday nights, because that's my unboxing nights. Thank you guys so much for being here. Yes, I'm gonna bring my friend in and we're gonna get started.
Hey, hey.
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
What up, though?
All right, tell the people who you are.
All right. I'm Latoya. I am a avid movie watcher, lover, um, and lover, just not just like avid lover. I'm an avid lover of things though, I will admit. Um, Photographer, I love all things film, from the making of to the behind the scenes to the director's commentary, and I'm excited to be here today, and talk about this movie because it was fun to watch.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that.
I know it was killing you. Like, it was killing me not saying like what I was gonna say, or like if I
Yeah,
was gonna tell you like, "Oh, I liked it."
yeah, it's scary.
I was
It's
gonna
it's
wait.
really scary to have somebody watching a movie that you love that they never seen,
Right.
and you don't know if they're gonna love it too. Like, that's very, very, very frightening. It's a very frightening, experience.
It is.
Now, wait, you said I'm just being facetious here, but you said you're not an avid lover. What would an avid lover be
I
without
don't know.
a
That's why I took your
attached
words. I was like,
to
that
it?
don't make sense. Like, I was like, I'm an avid.
Lover of what exactly?
What would be an avid lover? Yeah, what would be an avid lover? Like, just somebody who loves things. Like, that's all shit. Like, there's
Right,
a lot of stuff
right,
I like, but
right.
love, yeah.
I'm trying to share this stuff,
Share out
and
to the people.
I don't know how. I don't know how to do it. I gotta press this button.
Well, you know what I will say? Do I look at it's like I have a problem with knowing, like, should I look into the camera or should I look down at the screen? Like,
I never look into the camera.
yeah, that
I
feels
look
weird.
at the screen. I look at the
That feels
screen.
weird.
Be like, "Yeah, so how you doing?"
You know the new thing that they're doing with the iPhone 12s, the FaceTime, where they're some technology where they're making sure that the eyes look as if you're looking at the person. I was like, that's
But
weird.
why?
Fuck. Like, I think it's safe to say that on FaceTime, most people are looking at the corner at themselves. Like, sometimes, and you're probably looking at the person, but like,
What do I look at?
but if you're looking at the whole
I
phone,
don't look at the whole
if you're
phone.
looking at the whole phone, I don't think the person on the other end is knows that you're not looking directly at their eyes, or if you're looking at
No,
the corner of yourself.
they can't tell. They can't call it.
Nah. But Apple called themselves like doing some technology to make it seem as if, like, right now,
I was
hey,
about to put my
yeah.
everybody's about to know where I live.
The whole address. Screenshot.
The whole thing. The
Like, the
whole
party is like, don't nobody give a damn. But it's like,
But what if they do?
they do, and they're like,
It'll be that one person.
that one person, like that one person that you thought.
I'm almost done sharing this. It should not take this long.
It should not take this long, but
Okay,
yeah.
Imma just do I can't write no words there. Okay, I should have prepared myself for that. Okay, I shared it now.
Ooh.
Okay, so before we get started with said movie review,
Mhm.
well, first, I would like to get something clear.
Okay.
Um, I do not consider myself to be the liaison of all things film or movies.
Mm.
And I wanted to do this because I feel like normal people don't feel like their voices are actually heard when they say how they feel about a film. And I think especially if you know people like I know who work in the film industry, it's kind of intimidating to love and enjoy films that you may love and they may be great and they may be well shot and well directed and all of that, but movies that are not, that you just love anyway. And I just wanted to do this because I may not like it, but if you love it or vice versa, I feel like we should be able to discuss it and find value in each other's opinions and give other people's a voice to be able to be confident and have discussions as normal everyday people to talk about films and movies. Like,
Yep.
so got that out of the way.
Yeah, that was perfect. That was perfect.
So, what are you watching currently?
Oh, so um I'm not watching anything. It sucks. Like all my shows are done. Um like Lovecraft is off. What's
Mhm.
the HBO show? We Are Who We Are. That's off. Like all
What's
my
that?
shows. Kid Cudi's in it. He's like in the military. It's about these
Oh,
two
tell me about that
teenagers
show.
growing up in the military. Um, so that just had its yeah, I'm not watching anything. So I've been partaking in a lot of like documentaries. So like I watched the reunion, I watched the Fresh Prince reunion, I plan to watch I Am Greta, the like the young child that talks about like
Oh, the little girl
the
trying to fight for
global
global
warming.
warming.
Yeah, so I plan on watching that. I just watched 40-year-old version
Oh, that's a documentary?
that no that was a scripted movie. That was a
Okay.
movie. And then I just watched this documentary on Takashi 69.
What?
That was really good.
Really?
Surprisingly, it was really good on Hulu. It was good. It was good. I fucked with it. It was good for real. I think the biggest thing I could say about what made it so good was the way I love when somebody can do a doc on somebody and not talk to them at all. Like
What? And it's like their whole story, but they're
yeah,
not in
so
it.
he kind of talks about his whole story and has like everything to back it up. He talks to he does talk to his baby mama. He talks to his baby mama, so that was she was giving up the dirt. And I felt like I wanted to know more about Takashi 69. I really did. And I figured it out in that it tells a pretty good story. The documentary, it's pretty good. What you watching?
Well, I'm just watching stuff I already watched, but I rewatched all of, I mean, not all about Eve, but Killing Eve again.
Okay. Again, what's the fifth time? Sixth time?
No, it's the fourth time.
No.
Uh, going on the fifth though.
Going on.
And I'm still actively watching it though, and still finding different things that I'm at the point now where I'm finding mistakes. Like
Really?
that edit don't make sense. Like that's the point. But I'm also still finding lines that are funny,
Mm-hmm.
things that I don't understand, things that I'm wondering about what they're gonna do with the show when they finally can shoot again.
Yeah.
Um, I really like that show. I really like it. It's very well done. It's very well done.
Yeah.
And the girl who played Villanelle, she is a really good actress. She doing accents and speaking other languages and all
Yeah.
kinds of things. Like it's amazing. But I'm watching that. I rewatched Carol for the 12,000th
What's
time.
that?
Carol is a movie with Miri Bram. What's that girl name? I don't never know her name. Her name is Therese in the movie. But her sister's name is Kate Mara, and her name is she the one who with
Oh, okay.
Joaquin Phoenix,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
the girl
Okay.
with the dragon tattoos,
Gotcha.
and Kate Blanchett, and they are two women who are in like the 50s, I think, and they meet each other, and they get together. Kinda, but it's a lot of drama along the way. I
Yeah,
just
it
like
probably
watching
is.
movie. I mean, I love Kate Blanchett. I'll watch any movie she's in. I just
Yeah, I
on
ain't seen
some days I just
a
watch
Bridget
all
movie.
Kate Blanchett movies. I've probably seen every movie she's
Oh
been
my
in.
gosh. I feel like I've only probably seen one.
Really? Like what? Thor?
Yep, that's probably the one. Yeah.
Lord of the Rings?
Huh. I don't think I've ever seen any of the Lord of the Rings straight through. Like I've probably seen pieces of those movies. Like, yeah.
You never seen the Lord of the Rings?
Mm-mm. Nope. I
um,
gotta take the avid movie watcher away because it's
I
like
mean, but
maybe I don't.
that's 3 hours, so that's 9 hours of your life
I
if
mean,
you decide to.
this is a perfect time to do it.
Yeah,
Shit.
it is the perfect
I
time to
got
do
the
it.
time. I got the time today
Yeah,
because I
yeah,
got
that's
the
true.
time.
No, but I'll just go and watch her movies on a Saturday, and I'll
Yeah,
watch them all day or
yeah.
whatever she's on, TV shows, whatever. I am
Never
very obsessed with Kate Blanchett.
I've never gotten into a thing like that where I want to see the people like an actors and all their movies. But I get into like themes where it's like, okay, like I'm doing Italian gangster movies, like, well, Casino, like watching all of those, like Goodfellas. Okay, I'm about to watch all the Italian gangster movies or things related to. I get into like themes. I feel.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the reason why I get into actors is because I realized, like, I had to realize that the reason why I rewatch things is because I'm looking at the acting. Like,
Hmm.
the acting, like, I wanna see Kate
Yeah, that's
Blanchett in
pretty thick.
every form of Kate Blanchett
Yeah, that's
doing
pretty
this,
thick.
doing that,
Yeah,
doing this,
yeah.
doing that. Seeing the differences, seeing the things she brings to each character, and it's just interesting to me. You would think I would do that with Meryl Streep. I had my Meryl Streep time, but
Mhm.
now it's Kate Blanchett's time.
KB, KB.
But I'm also I just started rewatching American Horror Story Hotel last night,
Oh
and
snap! I went past that and I thought about it. I was like,
it's
I gotta get into
very like
this.
that mess is creepy.
Man, that's
I
why.
don't know, like, was I more desensitized then? Am I getting old? I don't know what it is, but I feel like I'm sitting there like, oh my God, oh my goodness, oh my God, God, what are you doing? It was good though. It was good. I
Right,
mean, but I never
right.
rewatch. I don't really. The only season of American Horror Story that I've attempted to rewatch is
Mm.
Murder House. So, and I usually
What?
get midway and I stop.
Yeah, what season? That was
Season 5, I think.
season 5.
Season
Yeah,
5.
I
Yeah.
definitely didn't watch that season. I didn't even finish the little camp, the summer camp one.
1984, the
Yeah,
last one.
I didn't even finish.
It ended so well.
I have to go finish that.
Yeah, it ended well. It ended well. But
Cool.
the last 3 seasons have not been great.
Oh, I started this show called Fargo, but the
Oh, Fargo
season 4.
with Chris Rock.
Yeah, yeah. I cheated. I cheated. I went straight to season 4. Totally cheated.
Yeah, I like that movie. That movie okay.
Yeah, I never seen the movie, so
I seen parts, bits and pieces, the parts that I seen.
mhm.
Like most movies that I seen that are old like that, watched them because they had questions on seeing it and I didn't know the answer. So I
You
went and watched. Yeah, because I wanted to know the
all
answer.
right. That's funny.
Oh
Good
man.
old Taylor.
All right. So this movie, Scott Pilgrim versus the World, is a movie. Wait, maybe I should just read the synopsis that's like
Yeah,
on
just read the
IMDb or
synopsis.
something. Let me pull it up because I'm gonna tell it in Siobhan speak.
Right. Actually, that's what you should do. You should give the good old synopsis and then just shit.
Okay, here we go. Oh wow, this sounds
Yeah, it does. I'm looking at it. It's like, okay.
in a magically realistic version of Toronto, a young man must defeat his new girlfriend's 7 evil exes one by one in order to win her heart.
Mm,
It sounds like something I wouldn't watch by reading that.
totally. Totally. Okay, magical Toronto.
I don't know how I got introduced to this movie. I definitely did not see it in the theaters. It was definitely something I watched after the fact.
Mhm.
I think somebody suggested it to me. They said that I would like it, and I don't be trusting people's movie suggestions. Like, I'm just to be honest. But I was like, okay, I'll watch it because I think at the time I was just getting into um reading comics and stuff.
Mhm.
And so I watched it and I loved it and I watch it. It's like my other Carol. Like
Yeah.
it's like that's one of the movies that I'll just watch other than like Jurassic Park and Twister. That's just a movie that I'll watch because it's still funny to me. I still enjoy
Mhm.
it. I still enjoy
Mhm.
it thoroughly. Um a lot of our Caucasian actors who were in this film got really popular and famous after this movie,
It
and a
is
lot of them I
very
didn't realize it.
star-studded. It is very star-studded where it's just like,
Yes.
was this on purpose or was it what you said? That's how that came across my mind too. And then like thinking because it was in 2010, I'm like, of course. Like, I mean, you just
But how can that be on
oh
purpose?
my dog. Like, when are you going to see Chris Evans do this? Unless he's on like Jimmy Fallon, like like, or unless he might host Saturday Night Live. Like, you're not gonna see some of these characters.
So let's just run down the
You know,
cast here. We
yes.
got Michael Cera. What is it? Kieran Culkin,
Hmm.
Anna Kendrick, Allison Peel, Aubrey Plaza, Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Instead,
Imma just go to what is this man? I don't know how to say
Ricky
his
Schwartzman.
oh, you got it. Uh, who else and and let's just skip everybody else and say Brie Larson,
Yep.
okay?
Yeah,
But
just
we
give her
also
a
have Superman in here too.
yes.
We got
Yes.
we got Captain Marvel, Superman, and Captain America, Chris
And
Evans,
Captain America.
Brie Larson, and what's the 2? Oh, Brandon Roth and Mae Whitman. Um, most or all of the names that I just names are like still popping till this day
Popping.
right now. So
Popping.
Michael
Yeah.
Cera and Kieran Culkin, they not doing nothing. But
Yeah. But I feel like that's by choice.
yeah, I think so too.
Like, I don't think it's because somebody was like, man, fuck Michael Cera.
I don't know, but he still looked like a grown
He's
man
a
who's
decent man. I mean,
he's still like because they did a live table read of this.
oh yes, I saw that because
Oh
like
my god, it's so
I
amazing. You
was
have
like,
to watch that too
I
now.
should have watched that. I
You have
should
to
have
watch
watched
that too
that.
now. It is so amazing.
Should have
And
watched.
the only 2 people wasn't in it was Brie Larson and, Kieran Culkin.
Oh dang, he's my favorite.
Yes, William Wells.
Dude, dude.
Alright, so I wrote questions.
Okay, cool. I wasn't able to really think of any questions. I was like, I'm just gonna,
It's just general. It's just general stuff.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Um, okay, what did you like about the movie? What did you think about the movie when you first like, 'cause I started rewatching it and I started rewatching like, "Dang, this movie kinda I don't know if she gonna like it."
So like this is my as soon as the movie ended, like my initial thoughts.
Just from start to finish, like,
Oh, from start to finish.
what was your thoughts when you
So
first started watching it from the first scene, and what was your final thoughts to the end when you saw the last scene?
well, off top, I was like, not even from the first scene, from the title card of Universal Pictures, I mean Paramount Pictures, where I was like,
Do do
this has to be a
do.
dick. This has to be a big deal. A dick deal. This has to be a big deal because there's not a lot of people who could just fuck with Paramount Pictures like title card like that and make it match the movie. So I
8-bit.
thought that was fucking sick. Like I was like, oh, that's cool. Like that's really dope. So from the beginning, I was like, this is a big film. Like it was a lot put into this. This is gonna have that cutting edge CGI and like all that cool stuff in it. And so like as I move forward, I was like, okay, this is a different movie. Like, you know, there's times where you feel like it's going to be normal, like a super bad feel, or like a Judd Apatow film where you're like, oh, it's gonna be very realistic and it'll just be a little silly. Whereas like, oh no, they really live in a whole different world because what is happening right now? Like
Right.
from him dreaming about her, and then her popping up, and then her popping up and being like, yeah, it was easy to be in your wave brain or something like wave, like why what? How was you there? Like we just gonna bypass that. You
Yeah,
don't
I
think
still don't understand that. Like,
we
how
were
was he dead and saw her in his mind, and they had a full conversation
right.
while he was dead?
Dead. And I was like, how okay. So I think once I let that go, like once I let that go and said, I'm not gonna try to figure out why Toronto is magical. Why this is a magical land. Hey, you can get punched and get like went from a regular human man. He didn't get bit by no spider. He didn't like eat no special pill. Like he didn't get sucked into the TV. And it's like this is his real world. And so when I also realized how funny his life was, like having the gay roommate, and then
Well, not even gay roommate.
he lived there,
And
right?
didn't have any ownership of anything but his toothbrush. I love those little place cards
That
where they tell you
was
everything like blah 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 blah.
so good. And so like that was, I think like the number one star is like the editing and the comedic value and all of like the funniness of the wham pam pop poop, the old school comic stuff mixed in with like this like 2000s look what we can do with like graphic design CGI type stuff. So that was like a great character as well to the film. And yeah, I think it was like quintessential like Michael Cera. Like
Yep,
he didn't
yep.
do anything different than I've ever
Nope.
seen him do. Like I was proud of him in many moments of being like, I'm tired of getting beat up by your boyfriend. It's like I don't even know if I want you like that. Like I know like I was after you in the beginning, but when they were at that bar, he was like
Yeah,
I
how many people in
got
this room have you slept with? I was like,
right.
oh,
I was like that's what I'm talking about.
but she didn't say nothing.
She didn't because she
She
knew she
didn't say
was
nothing. She didn't say nothing.
I want to know now.
I mean, but did you see how she just pounced on him? Like, dang, girl.
Like, really?
Yeah, like she just bow, 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 bow. She just went in for the kill.
That is? Well then.
And I'm like, what's the draw, bro? Like, why do everybody want Scott? Like, he
Yeah,
don't have no job. He don't.
because that's our little child.
Oh, Knives Chow.
Yeah, child. Like, sorry, girl. Sorry, girl.
I'm in love.
Yes.
he, he knocked that out real quick.
Passed out before they even started performing. It was like, oh,
Yes.
like,
He gonna
girl.
say his little spinner was like, I have to go pee. I have to go pee on her when it
Yeah,
landed.
yeah, yeah. That was so good. That was, again, like I think it was stuff like that that really kept me in. Was uh what's his name? Kieran Culkin?
William Wills.
Yeah. His character is like really was like
Oh my
I
God,
just
yes.
he opened his mouth. Like,
Yes.
what is he gonna say next?
The best scene to me, one of the best scenes is when Knives Chow comes to the house. She say, "Is Scott here?" And he, he say, "No." Scott jumps out the window. He says, "No, he's not here." Then he reaches back and grabs his coat. Like, I swear, I don't care how many times I see that scene.
It's hilarious.
It
It's
never gets
hilarious.
old.
Yeah, that is hilarious. It's really funny. This is really really funny. Oh my god.
But I don't know if you noticed, Scott Pilgrim is based off a video game and a comic book or
Yeah.
graphic novel.
Naturally, I just went and started like researching, just I mean, just standard Wikipedia. I read like a couple reviews on it and what made it so amazing and stuff like that. So yeah, I was like, okay.
And the artwork in the movie is from the comic.
Yes, and I thought that was pretty cool. And I mean, again, like it's 10 years old, so I'm looking at it and I'm seeing the influence of that now, like how you could go on. There's a lot of characters that I know that look just like those characters, and they don't say those things that they're saying, but like people who just adapted that style of like comic drawing, and
Mm-hmm.
now they make characters that look like that say other things and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, this is cool seeing this 10 years later and seeing its influence like still here today in
Yep.
2020.
Yeah, Scott Pilgrim is a cult classic.
Yeah, I could see
Like,
I can see instantly why it was a cult classic.
oh
Like,
yeah,
you
it's
can kind of
amazing.
tell it was like the best of its time, and maybe not necessarily the first of its kind, because I know that editing, I don't know if that was all the same era, like the Shaun of the Dead and
Right.
Hot Fuzz, like all when those are all made during that time.
Yeah, I
So
love those
like
movies
that editing style, I was like,
where it's like cut, bop, bop, bop. Yeah. Pew, pew, pew.
right.
Like somebody making coffee, and it's like, oh, that's on South Park. You don't watch South
Yeah,
Park because
sound design.
because
Sound design.
there's an episode of South Park where they edited it like how they edited 300, the movie,
Oh, that's
and
silly.
so
No,
everything was like,
I've seen that. I haven't seen that full episode.
oh man,
You
it's a
hear
good
some
episode.
yelling. It's probably my parents in the back. I think they're watching football.
Well, there was something going on here too. I don't
Oh,
know
that's why
what it
you looking back.
was.
I was like, I'm
Yeah, I'm like, what
hearing
is
my parents
happening?
like
What is
back
happening?
yelling like Yeah, the text they're like, I'm streaming. I can't come downstairs. She's like, you gotta see this. I'm like, you gotta shut up.
Oh, it is Thursday night football, ain't
Yeah,
it?
Thursday night football.
I don't even know who
Yeah.
playing.
But yeah, once I got used to certain things, the magical world that they were in, and like that it could be possible that Michael Cera could just suddenly just like kick ass and fight. Like, I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was super funny. And then that's when I started to try to like look into the what was the girl's name?
Who, Ramona Flowers?
Yeah, Ramona Flowers. I was trying to look into her character more and understand like why she had so many exes, and like why were they why was it so important that they come back and like fuck with the guy that she's messing with now. And then when you realize that it was just one guy,
Gideon.
like
Yeah.
I'm just gonna send these other guys out there so she's distracted to be with me. And it was like, oh, the plan of all plans. And so that was
Just the
cool.
dude.
It was
Just the dude.
just the dude.
My other favorite part is the whole, why do you have so many evil ex-boyfriends, evil exes?
This. And it was making me mad too, because I'm like, this is not remember getting attacked by the swifty fast woman in the alley who said she will come back to him later. I was like, he really had been through a lot. He had really been through a lot.
No, he was an idiot.
He was an idiot.
He was an idiot.
I mean, he was dating a 17-year-old. Like,
Yeah, he was an idiot.
fun.
Envy Adams messed him up, man. She messed him up. She
He
messed him
did.
up.
He did. He did. And I thought for a real quick second, I know that if she didn't have the boyfriend, that the vegan,
To be gone. Babe, you're not a vegan, but you're about to be gone. He was like, wait, be gone. He was like, she does the dusting because she does the dusting on Monday because she's off on the weekends and she's dusting. I like when he do the hand movement.
Yes. That was probably one of my favorite exes. Like, he was one of my favorite exes.
He's the best. He's the best.
Yes. And then at the end, when they're like, the vegan police came and they started listing.
Yes, the vegan police. Yes, the vegan police is a classic. Classic.
I can't stress this point enough. 10 years later, just being like, wow, vegan. That like Oh, I get it now. Like, I don't. I'm not saying I am not saying that I didn't know what a vegan was when I was 25, but I don't think I knew what like veganism entailed.
But see, that's why I think that movie spoke to that so much because a lot of people only barely knew, and that's why he was explaining like the type of vegan that he was because who knew back then? Nobody.
Who knew?
Who
Who
knew
knew?
vegan?
Yeah. Like,
Vegan.
Ve vegan. You heard about that? Vegan.
I like it when he was like, he punched the highlights out of her hair. He punched it. I just, it's so many
Oh,
quotables.
it
It's so
is.
many quotables from
It's
that movie.
funny. It's funny.
Your BFs is about to get effed in the B.
Yeah, I'm about to get effed in the that was a good one. That was a good one. I was like, they stupid. And I'm like, damn, they just disintegrated that one little band that went before them.
Yes,
And then
yeah.
he said that one
Like what they saying, I am sad. Is that what that song was?
boy.
Or I,
And I was like, they ruined it for themselves because they was about to walk off. And then
right.
they like, and the music was good.
Oh yes, I was just
I
about
was
to.
very impressed with the
I
music. Now,
love.
what
I absolutely love the music.
we're gonna pop right back into the music, but was it supposed to be 3D? Like,
No, I don't think so.
oh, okay. That was throwing me off at first, like the way that
Like how it came at you.
how it came at you. I was like, is this? Am I supposed to have on special glasses? Like, I mean, I wouldn't
No,
be surprised if they did like IMAX 3D.
I hope not. I
But
hope not. But they kind of made it like that though.
yeah, I
Like
did like
even
that.
though it wasn't like that.
Yeah. But maybe it's because CGI has gotten
See
better.
me.
So maybe that's why I was kind of like, is this I'm confused if this is supposed to look like this. Like, but
Like this grungy CGI.
yeah. Oh, but even the I thought I was going crazy because I was like, even the music was very like muffled, like and I was like, is it supposed to sound like that? And then I realized like, oh, it is like it is supposed to have that really like grungy
Hmm.
out of a like almost like a bad speaker. Like
Well, yeah, I think their band is
excuse me.
Leon Money.
Yeah, and it all clicked in. Because when they went against the two
The Takach,
DJs, yeah.
I can't say the twins. I
Yeah,
can't ever say their
twins.
name. The Kacha, I don't know how to say.
The guitar. Yeah.
Oh my god. So, let me see. Do I have questions? I
All
might have
right.
some
Yeah, that was
questions.
one question. That was one question.
Okay. Maybe you already. What didn't you like about the movie?
What didn't I like about the movie? Um I guess yeah, kind of like the holes left from like how just like not having much context behind like why it's magical and why like can they do these things and
But
why
I don't think it was magical until after Ramona came around.
honestly. So yeah, so it's kind of like I wanted to have one of those high moments where I was like, oh, because like they live in this like or like when she comes around he feels like he's just or like oh these things aren't really happening, he isn't really fighting them, but maybe this is what he's going through to be with her, like dealing with her exes. Like in the real world it would be like running into them at the club and like being like, who's that guy and are you still with him, and like why did he hug you so tight when you said hi to him, like why are you so cool with your exes. you know I thought it would be a moment like that where I could maybe like relate to it all and it not just be some like cool movie. And I don't know, maybe that's where it comes in where I need to watch it more. I think after a first watch I didn't get those feelings that I think I wanted, but I think if I were to watch it like second, third, fourth time, like not only would I like be able to enjoy those quotables more, but then I'll be able to maybe understand more about like what was happening between them two and realizing like, oh, like when she steps into the scene then it becomes this like magical world, like because I was really confused, like Why is it like this now?
I don't know. I don't know. I never really thought about it like that. Like when I started watching, I did like sometimes when I watch a movie, I'll be like, damn, he just got knocked through the sky and he got back up like nothing happened. Like,
Nothing
dang.
happened.
Like they at a whole club. This lady just disintegrated into coins and nobody gonna say nothing.
Yeah, everybody's just gonna be like, well, that's what you get. I
And
mean,
but that does lead you to wonder, is that something that happens there all the time?
right, right. Like, this is just the world that they live in. So I think that's thing something that less than like I didn't like. I would have wanted them to explore a little bit more, and I didn't get that. So in turn, I was just like, oh man, I would have liked if they did this, but it wasn't much to me to not like about that movie, other than just if you're like, well, that's just not my type of film. Like, but I think if you enjoy like good story and you got imagination and you get silly ass jokes, especially in that time, um, you can enjoy it. And also, I think it brings up the point of like, we just don't have comedies like that no more. So I'm gonna enjoy that because I like
Really?
laughing at silly ass jokes like vegan.
But even like how she Aubrey kept having that over her cuss words, like the black thing.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. What was that about? Yeah, what you think? Like, and then he recognized it too. He was like, "So, like, you could just do that?"
or better yet, how at the end when Knives after they defeated everybody and Knives like your hair is getting shaggy and the next thing he had his hat on.
Yeah, she went the fuck in her. I was like,
Like
"Whoa!" I was like, "What did I miss?" I had to go back.
nothing. You didn't miss nothing. That was the
Yeah,
joke.
why she just
That
jumped?
was the joke.
Why
That-
she like this is like the main like this is what made him so sad. Like the shaggy hair thing.
hat, like straight up hat. Like
That had
and
came
here come Envy Adams. Your hair's getting shaggy.
yeah, it's getting
Maybe you should go get it cut.
pitch.
You're so on the list. Like
That was good. She was a
I
BITCA.
mean, but like, okay, so this is what I have to say about Brie Larson. She is like a chameleon, man.
Oh,
Before she became
so
Captain
good.
Marvel, I never knew who she was.
Yeah.
Never knew who she was. I mean, like, I saw her in movies. Like, I
Mhm.
actively watched them. Like,
Mhm.
Trainwreck is a movie that I enjoy,
Yeah, but
and she
yeah,
was in it, like, a lot. I didn't know that until after
that
I saw Captain Marvel.
that's crazy. Why what is that? What is that? What is that you don't recognize someone until after they get that like big star scene
Or
role?
until after you watch something that you really enjoy them in, because the girl Villanelle, I mean, I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah,
what that lady name is,
that right there.
but she
That
gonna
right
be in Free Guys, the movie with Ryan Reynolds, and she
mm-mm.
like his leading lady in the movie. And I've seen the trailer several times, but I didn't realize it was her until after I started watching Killing Eve.
Mm,
How would I have known?
that's what it is. That's what it is. You enjoy them in something else, and then you start to recognize their characters like back in that other stuff.
But I literally, but
Or
this
their
is how crazy
true-
it was when I watched Captain Marvel. I mean, Brie Larson, she had won an Oscar. So even though I had never seen Room, which I've seen now, but I
Mhm.
hadn't seen it because it wasn't the. I can't watch stuff like that. I have to. I have
What is
to.
wrong?
I have to. Room is a movie that she won an Oscar for about a woman who was kidnapped at a young age by a man, and he puts her in like one of them rooms that she can't get
Oh
out
my
of, and
god.
she ended up having a kid by the dude, and she's
Lord.
been there for years.
Oh,
She's been there for like 5 or 6 years,
oh my gosh.
and, yeah, that's what the movie's about,
Oh wow.
and so I never wanted to watch it, but she won an Oscar for that, and that's before Captain
Wow.
Marvel, but I, did not wanna watch that, but I literally had saw Captain Marvel, it'd been months later, I was watching Trainwreck because it came on TV, and I was like, I
What's
sat up
Trainwreck?
out of bed, and
I've
I was
heard
like,
of it.
"Is that Brie Larson?" Like I ain't never seen the movie before. I was
Okay.
like, I did not
I've
know she
heard
was
about Train vs.
this.
Okay. Amy Schumer.
And yes, and Bill Hader. And Bill Hader was
Yeah.
actually in Scott Pilgrim too.
He was.
He was
He's
the
the voice.
voice.
He's the voice. Yes. I was like, I was very, very impressed.
And I mean, I could hear his voice after I knew it was
yep.
him.
After I was like, oh, that show is like actually when I would hear the voice, I would be like, that sounds familiar. I don't. And then it all like when I, did my research, I was like, oh shit, yep, that is show is Bill Hader.
Yep, that is
Yeah,
definitely
I'll
him.
I'll for sure be watching it again though. If that was
It's a
one of
good
your
movie.
questions.
It's
Yeah,
a good
it is.
movie.
Because I can see I like I said, I can see why it's a cult classic.
It's definitely good. It has many good things. Music is has now that I've seen it so many times, the music is something that I do look forward to. I always look forward to Envy Adams because
Mm,
that song is bomb.
mhm.
It's
And
everything about
you
it.
know, the lead singer of that band, was that really him singing?
I don't know. More than likely because it was really Michael Cera singing, and I
Yeah,
believe it was really Brie Larson singing too.
I believe it too. So I was wondering. I was like, I wonder if
Oh my garbage truck,
it was believable. It was believable.
truck, truck,
I
truck.
feel like those are the things like that I instantly want to know now, but I feel like that comes with time. So I have to obviously sit with this movie more.
Well, what you should watch now is you should watch the the table read that they did the
Yes,
on the
yeah,
live.
yeah. It came up. Like I said, it came up when I was like doing my research and stuff, and I was like, I should watch this. And then something told me not. It's just I just didn't. I just didn't. I don't know what it was, but I guess I didn't want to overwhelm myself with too much on it. Like I wanted to still have kind of like that. I just watched this movie vibe, so I don't want to give myself too much information where I almost felt like I was an expert or something. Even though, like, I hate coming off that way too. Just like how you gave that, not exactly a disclaimer, but just at that explanation in the beginning where it's like, I'm not some aficionado. Like,
But I think my perspective is different. Like when I watch films
hmm
and stuff, I keep saying and stuff, like the
yeah,
movie and stuff, buying stuff. I
Nice, bro.
was like buying stuff. That don't make sense. I thought he was gonna say or whatever because
Yeah,
he normally say whatever. But anyway, so I don't know. I start from the acting perspective,
hmm
and I more so want to know what the drive of the actor is more so than the character. It's
mm,
weird.
mm,
Like I don't know. So a lot of times I just watch movies for enjoyment, and if I like it, I like it, and
yeah,
whatever I pull from it, I pull from it. But I'm actually like in the last few weeks, like rewatching these movies over and over again,
hmm
movies and TV shows that I've been rewatching over and over again. The magic of film, if it's something that's good, is that every time you rewatch it, it'll leave you with another question. Maybe you've answered the question that you had prior to this watching, but the next time you watch it, you'll have additional questions. And being that I'm having these questions, I'm actually having to dive more into the character
yeah,
to get a better understanding of like the character itself. Because I am actor driven. I'm not even about to sit here
right,
and lie. I'm very
yeah,
actor driven. Like, who in it? It's hard for me to watch stuff where I don't know nobody who's in it. Like,
yeah,
it's hard for me to do that. But rewatching this stuff over and over again has made me start to think more about the drives of the character versus, dang, she was
yeah.
acting in that
He was
scene. You know what I'm
acting.
saying?
You are infamous for like playing into like, damn, that was some good acting. Like,
Yeah.
do you
Ooh, that was good.
do you feel like that comes from a bit of your experience of like being in front of the camera
Hmm.
and aspiring to be a actress and doing some acting? Like, do you feel like that's kind of why you kind of think that way?
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely. I don't know. I don't know. Like I can't like go down the list of like technical things.
Mhm.
If it's a good shot and I see that it's a good shot, I'll be like, damn, that's a good shot.
Right. Right. Yeah.
But like my perspective, like whenever I've watched films, I don't care if I've been in a film class or like talking to a friend who's in film or makes films, and they'll tell me like, oh, technically this was amazing and this is the best film of the year and blah blah blah
Right.
blah and this
You
movie
can,
was
bro. They're
this
right.
and
They're
yeah, and it's like
all
I'll
that
say
shit.
like something and they'll be like, huh? And I'll say my little piece about the movie and they'll be like, huh, I never thought about it like that.
Yeah.
I'll be like, okay, well, I'm gonna
You're
keep
right.
doing it my way. I'm gonna keep
Yeah.
doing it my way.
Exactly. Exactly. Uh, Not to take this off the conversation, but like what you just said reminds me of when LeBron James won the championship and he was saying like what it meant for him to be where he was, like winning and everything like that. And everybody was like, oh, it's the quarantine championship, blah, 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 blah. Like it was easy for you, so on and so forth. He was like, to me, it still just solidifies to get to this point in my career to be 17 years in, 35 years old, about to be 36, that playing basketball the way that I play, the way that I decide to play, the way that I see the game, the way that I play the game, it just makes me feel good about what I decided to do. Because much like acting, being in entertainment, I think a lot of times you could let the people around you tell you, you should be this, you should be the actor, rapper, athlete. You should just keep dunking, just keep doing this and keep doing that. And instead you decide like, this is my style. This is the way I want to do. And that's what I really love about you is that like you're like that in most parts of your life too as well. But specifically when it comes to like films and why you enjoy film, it's because like the way that you like it. And
Yeah.
it is a good perspective and it's very unique and it's not something that leaves you like, okay, that's cool that you think like that. It does make sense. Huh. Wow, like it would be really cool to watch like a whole bunch of Denzel Washington movies. That's just an example. Like, but because it's that argument that he acts the same way. He's just Denzel in every single film. But it'd be kind of dope to like see like him in every single film switching characters. Like,
I mean, but you could say that about any actor. I
totally.
mean, and because I feel like every actor has, and I can only say this because I have days where I watch, and it's not just Kate Blanchett. I have days where I'll watch Jennifer Lawrence movies
Okay.
or Brad Pitt movies or um who else do I frequent? Jennifer Aniston movies.
Mm,
Um yeah, those are I frequent a lot of
yeah.
Caucasian folk. Um
That was definitely my follow-up observation. Like, it's a lot of white people. No black people. Do you
I
have
don't
any
know. I feel like I feel
specifically?
like I see the black people movies. I know those movies. Those movies are
Yeah,
ingrained in me. I'm not about to
yeah,
sit and watch What's Love Got to Do with It. I'm just not. I'm just
yeah,
not. I
yeah,
watch Waiting to Exhale enough. I watch What's Love Got to Do with It enough. I
yeah.
watch American Story enough. I know Angela Bassett's worth and wealth and all of that. I
Mm,
know her.
speak on it.
I need to know them too. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to watch that.
Yeah,
Now maybe I do need to revisit some Denzel Washington movies, but
especially the older ones.
I feel like if you have a character that you play well, you do revisit that character.
Yeah.
But if the story is well done, then the person watching the movie, you can reach and you can find that. You could say that. I've watched 4 or 5 different. Okay, so there's a Kate Blanchett movie, Carol. Then
Mm,
there's one Blue Jasmine, and then there's one What Happened to Bernadine. She plays a strong. Well, one of us she's not so strong, but all the characters are very spastic. Like
mhm.
they have things going on.
Yeah.
One of them is
They're like all
actually
over the
mentally
place.
ill, but the other two are just strong women who are spastic in how they deal with stress and issues of conflict, but they still do what they want because they're headstrong women. And Kate Blanchett plays a lot of characters like that, headstrong women,
Mhm.
head of the household, or maybe not the head of the household, maybe submissive to a man, whatever it is, but she plays these characters that have these existential crises going on inside of their bodies, and the way they exude it is by being so spastic in the things that they do in their life, making drastic decisions on a whim and
Mhm.
things of that nature. And I feel like she plays that character well, but I've never watched each of them and said, oh, she doing the same thing over and over again. I think that is something that she does well. She can tell a story from inside out, and she can bring those characters to life because they have
Mhm.
so much going on in their head and their mind and their body. And even though they're doing this act, like, I'm gonna take this girl on a road trip with me, even though my husband told me that I can't do this no more,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it anyway. And then when the consequences that I know are come, I'm gonna act like the world is ending, but I gotta pull it together and I gotta come back home and I gotta do what I need to do. And she played those characters like that. And I don't think it's anything wrong with the actor sticking to what they know and doing it over and over
Yeah.
again. But I think it's very easy for someone who does not do the acting to say that,
Always.
because the characters that these people play, they have to step outside of who they are to play them. And it is not part of the reason why I don't think I was I mean, I'm not saying I was successful, but why I didn't continue acting is because I was too uncomfortable with stepping outside of myself.
Mm.
And you have to be willing to step outside of yourself. And by stepping outside of yourself, you have to answer questions about yourself
Ooh.
that you may not want to answer, because you
Ooh.
have to be comfortable with this somebody else's life. And if
Yeah.
those are aspects about your life that you're not comfortable with, you cannot play it and someone believe it.
And that's the real art. Like, that's the real art behind acting and storytelling and really digging into those characters, and just like you said, stepping outside of who you are or who you think you are,
Right.
because then there's the entertainment value of all this. Like, who are you in real life? And then you have a lot of those, like, the Heath Ledgers,
Right.
those characters where you're like, damn, they dug too deep,
And
you
not
know.
only that, they dug too deep at a time in their life where they were going through turmoil.
Yep. 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 So you live in the rock star life, you got, or because you're a rock star and you're an entertainer and you're connected to all this stuff, like, you can't get the pills, you can't get the coke, you can't be with the people, like, at the parties doing whatever the hell you want to do, and nobody's stopping you because you're a freaking superstar. Like,
Right.
you're
Right.
a rock star, you can do that,
Right.
not
Right.
realizing, like, you got this big gig, and you're so deep into your character. Because I know Michael B. Jordan talked about,
Yeah, he had to do
you know,
therapy.
he had to do therapy. He was really withdrawn from the cast, and
I
like,
don't know though. Understand where he coming from, but I don't think he
Mhm.
played that character that well.
I see what you're saying. Like, I'll be honest, like, hearing him say he went to therapy, and I was like,
He must be a really nice guy. Like,
yeah,
that's what I got from it. He must be a
yeah.
really nice guy because he played that character half. It was bad, but it could have been a lot worse
A lot
based
worse.
off him
A
saying he had
lot
to go to
worse.
therapy. I
I
just thought that
mean,
he was a
he
really
was
nice guy in
pretty
real
damn
life.
mean once he got to Wakanda, but, like, that was the meanest he
But I
was.
mean, he was just disrespectful. Like, he
Yeah, he
wasn't
was.
killing people.
Yeah, so you're right.
You know what I'm
He's
saying?
just a
It
really
could have
nice
been
guy.
10 times worse. He
'Cause
killed one person, because we don't kill a whole bunch of people. We kill the person we want to kill,
and we'd be
and
done.
we do what we got to do.
Cause also I felt like Fruitvale Station would have,
I
like,
never seen that. I have to prepare myself for movies like that.
yeah, I feel like that would need some therapy, and that was the true story.
But maybe it didn't, and that's a sad depiction of our history and culture. And
Mhm.
maybe it did need therapy because of that, because it's something that we
It's
see every
therapy
day.
within it. Yeah, it's therapy just putting it out. It's therapy
Right.
just showing people this is a real thing. This really happened to somebody. I do realize that, right? Okay. Like, you again, just how Black people are, just like the strength and, like, telling the hard truths of stuff so y'all can so y'all can finally realize like this is a real thing that's happening to us all the time, every day, like for real, for real.
But speaking of that, I'm starting to become afraid of African American horror because
Mm,
so you watch okay, so to me, growing up,
yeah,
Tales from the Hood was scarier than anything I ever saw on night I
I,
mean, like anything I ever
like
saw.
Tales from the Crypt. Yeah,
Yeah, like anything that I ever saw on Tales from the Crypt or Tales from the Dark Side or Twilight Zone because it was us. It was our people, it was in our hood. It was dealing with things that we see.
yeah.
And I watched Antebellum and I don't think it was that great of a movie, but what it did definitely make me feel is super uncomfortable and it made me think about like can I actually handle horror from a black perspective?
Mm,
Because it's like what we was talking about after we watched Bad Hair. Like,
yeah,
can we handle that? Like, can we handle our folklore about
yeah,
our people being tortured or killed and this thing being created out of this or that or
yeah.
a black woman scorned from the past and coming
Oh
back?
my
You
god,
know what I'm saying?
you're
Can
right.
we handle
Yeah,
that?
like because Lovecraft was scary AF. Like
It was definitely creepy. It
it
was
was
definitely creepy.
really
But the only
creepy.
thing that has reassured me about that is a lot of the things that were creepy was happening because it wasn't us. So that's what took the scary away.
True that. True that.
That's what took the
True
scary
that. I'm
away.
still haunted by them damn those rag dolls, those dancing rag dolls.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Boy,
They
oh
did that
boy.
well. That
You're
was well
right.
done.
Yeah, that
That
was
was well done.
very well done.
Yeah.
Any more
I
questions?
um
Even though we've
no.
like totally veered
Yeah,
from,
we veered. We
but
veered. We
I
definitely
knew that
veered.
that was gonna happen. That's what this is about. That's what this is all about.
I don't know. No, I don't think I have any more questions. I think those were very open-ended questions and
Yeah,
they, Scott Pilgrim is a shit
it really is.
for sure, for sure. And
I'll be watching a second time for sure, for sure.
oh yeah, you definitely got to watch it again.
I really like the way that this conversation, like the way it like evolved into like black people folklore. Like you right in that here, I was like, oh, that shit really exists.
Yeah, right,
Oh shit!
right. Like, no, I don't
Like
have time for that.
I don't want to hear about little slave girls. Little, I don't
Like
want
my
to.
whole life, I just knew about Michael Myers and them.
Right,
You ain't about to cut Texas Chainsaw. That ain't gonna happen to me.
right. I
Like,
think I would at this point. I think I'd take any of them besides something like that. Like
right,
real
paranormal or
for real.
conjuring. That ain't gonna happen to none of us. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like
We be
Blair
just
Witch,
fine.
none of that.
We
We don't
be
do that.
just
We don't do that.
fine. You right. Bad hair did have me like,
Mm.
but
Do I want a lace front ever?
what?
Like,
What if the things that we love the most really are the things that is like really killing us inside and haunting us, and that is why we dying. Y'all keep conjuring up these demons
oh
and
my god.
chitlins.
Oh my god. That's funny. That is hilarious. Okay, so before we get out of here, I don't know. I didn't tell you to do this, so you probably don't have it, but you should have it.
Oh,
What I gotta watch?
oh, you're right. Damn. So that's okay. So I was thinking about Italian gangster movies. So have you seen Casino? Have you seen Goodfellas? Have you seen
I never seen Casino all the way through. I never seen Goodfellas all the way through.
well
I
was
always wanted to watch Casino all the way through.
okay,
Have
cool.
I seen it all the way through?
Sam
Probably not,
Rockwell.
cause I ain't never. But it's Mark
Yeah.
Scorsese, right?
Yep, Martin Scorsese. Yep.
And
So
Robert De
people like
Niro in it.
yep, Robert De Niro,
And
the little
what's her
one.
name? What's her name? Crazy
Michelle.
lady. Crazy lady.
Is it Michelle Pfeiffer? No,
Nah.
Pfeiffer.
What's her name? It's not Susan Sarandon. What's her name? Cause she in it. So you know her name.
I'm here talking about Michelle Pfeiffer. I'm still stuck on that. I know that's not her name. God damn it.
So it start
Shannon
with Sharon
Sharp.
Stone. Sharon Stone.
Oh, Shannon Sharp. That's it. Shannon Sharp. But it's S
That
though.
is a football player.
It sure is. Skip. Skip. Let me tell you here, Skip.
Oh my
Skip
gosh.
it. Yeah, you should watch
Okay.
Casino.
Casino. Where's Casino? Is
Casino.
Casino available for streaming?
Yeah,
Let's search it. I'm
go
gonna just type it in the
go
Google.
ahead, search it.
Let's see. I was
Gotta have
about to
a
type
plan
Google
B.
in Google. Lord.
Dude, I've done that before. Google.
Be like, why I didn't pull up what I wanted?
What is this?
Let's see. Casino. Oh, it gave me the casinos.
Where you live in a place that has casinos.
Movie. Okay, okay. Here we go. Here we go.
I feel like,
Jarrell is yelling at the top of his lungs, but he
what?
watching The Crown. He started watching The
Oh,
Crown, and he started. He is cussing that lady out.
yo,
He's cussing
really
her out.
going,
Oh
man.
my gosh, it's so funny because he be he be up there going through, but I be down here going through.
Oh, I could only imagine what y'all house sound like when y'all both watching shows that are just.
Sometimes I have to text him like, "What you watching?" Oh man, oh I could watch it on VH1 tomorrow. Oh, that's gonna be edited.
Oh, and it's gonna be long as shit.
It's gonna take
Mm-mm.
me
Dude, I might have to
3 hours.
buy it for you, rent it for you or something.
Yeah, it's not available on anything.
That's weird because I feel like the last time I
Wait,
watched.
let me see. All watch options. Let's see. Nope, you gotta pay for that. I feel like I don't have it on DVD because I be having DVDs that I don't watch.
Mm, check and see if you have it. I feel. Do I have it on DVD?
It used to be on streaming. It used to be on
It
Netflix
definitely. I
because
was gonna
that's how
say
I
better.
started watching it and never
Yeah, I
finished it.
definitely. That's
Because
the
it's on
last
the
time I
list
watched
of
it.
like
Oh yeah,
100 greatest movies ever made. So I was
yeah,
like, oh, I'm gonna watch it, and then I didn't.
yeah.
I just didn't. It didn't happen for me. Oh man. All right, so we need to come up with an official name,
Official name.
and I don't know what the hell else we need to do. I think today was good. You
Yeah, this
know.
is a good start, and we had good conversation. Like I feel like, yeah, it was just fun.
Yeah. So guys, thank you so much for joining us this evening. I'm gonna have to check my analytics. See, I think people was jumping in and jumping out. Um, I am Chevy the Superstar on Twitch at S the Superstar on all my other social medias. Always remember that every 10 minutes you watch my stream, you get 10 star power points. That is for future giveaways and prizes. Check me out on Monday from 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time until I'll be doing a unboxing of Funko Pops, mystery boxes, anything that I buy out of the course of the week. Then I'll be doing some gameplay. On Tuesday, you can meet us over at DJ Stacy J's
Hey,
Twitch. We do a game night with our friends,
one time
and Toya is a part of that.
we be having
On
food.
Yes, we do. We do. On Wednesdays, I'm back streaming, whatever. Usually it's a first playthrough. So if you like watching first playthroughs, please come through and see me. I start at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this may not be the standing day for this, but I think we can
Mhm.
rock with it. I would say we'll talk about when it's gonna happen again. We don't
Yeah,
know. We gotta discuss things. This is our
yeah,
first time.
but we'll be
Um,
back.
Toya people tell
Toya
Toya.
people, Toya people, all the Toya people out there, Toya people. Ah. You can find me on Instagram at Latoya Coates, LATOYACOLTS, and also Point of Viewfinder, spelled normal, like Point of Viewfinder. I don't think I need to spell that out. And yeah, I started a Twitch, but I can't remember what I think I
Point of
maybe
view finder.
I think it's Point of Viewfinder. Yeah, it's Point of Viewfinder. So twitch.tv/point of Viewfinder. Yeah. Or whatever. I don't know how you even say it. See, I'm not used to shouting on my Twitch yet. So I mean I'm gonna get there. We're gonna figure it out. We're about to figure it out what it's gonna look like.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Next movie we will be reviewing is called Casino, a Martin Scorsese film.
Mhm.
Her Loves, My First Time.
Hey.
All right, y'all. Deuce is. I don't know why I said
You're
that like
funny.
that.
Deuce.